Boston is the capital and most populous city in the state of Massachusetts, as well as the New England region of America. With a rich history, countless tourist attractions and a number of successful sports teams, Boston is an incredibly popular destination for tourists. With so much on offer, it can make deciding where to stay in Boston quite challenging, especially for those visiting Boston for the first time. That's why, in today's video, I will be looking at some of the best areas to stay in Boston. I begin a search for the perfect place to stay in Boston by looking at its most popular area, downtown Boston. Like many city centers, downtown Boston features an incredible range of amenities to keep you comfortable and entertained throughout your trip. Some of the best hotels, bars, restaurants and shops are conveniently located within walking distance of one another. This is perfect for anyone seeking a relaxing stay in Boston, enjoying the luxuries the city has to offer. The part of Boston known as the Financial District is actually a section of downtown Boston. Home to the headquarters of countless major corporations, it is the best neighborhood to stay in Boston for business travelers, as it provides them with the utmost convenience. Not only does it have numerous bars, hotels and restaurants catering to those staying in the area while working in the city, but it also has attractions for you to enjoy as well. For example, locations like Post Office Square provide beautiful examples of the historic architecture Boston is known for. The Theater District and Chinatown are a pair of neighboring districts sandwiched between Boston Common and downtown Boston. With their compact, intertwined nature, they are two of the best neighborhoods in the city for those who prioritize diversity in their attractions. The Chinatown District is one of the largest Asian areas in America outside of New York City and is the last remaining historic Chinatown in all of New England. Featuring shops, bars, restaurants and various other businesses run by Chinese, as well as Vietnamese, Korean, and Filipino people, it's a great place to enjoy different type of culture and cuisine. Outside of downtown Boston, there might not be a neighborhood in the city that has more to offer a tourist than Back Bay. Bordered to the east by Boston Common and to the north by the Charles River, it is home to some of the most iconic events and locations in all of Boston. For starters, Back Bay is the location of the finish line for the world-famous Boston Marathon. Despite being called the Boston Marathon, the race actually begins in a separate city altogether, Hopkinton. Fenway Kenmore is considered a Boston neighborhood, despite actually being made up of a number of smaller areas. It is located on the west side of Boston, immediately west of Back Bay, on the southern bank of the Charles River. The most popular attraction in the area, and what most people associate Fenway Kenmore with, is Fenway Park. Fenway Park is an outdoor stadium capable of holding more than 37,000 people and is the home of Major League Baseball's Boston Red Sox. Despite its name, the south end of Boston is not actually in the south of the city as a whole. Rather, it is the south end of the city center. Another of the city's historic neighborhoods, South End, features the largest intact Victorian House Row district in the country. This makes South End one of the best neighborhoods to visit for fans of historic architecture. South Boston is located immediately to the east of South End. Located just 3 miles from Boston Logan International Airport, it is the best neighborhood in the city for those who prioritize staying near the airport during their visit. While Boston as a whole is known for its Irish-American community, perhaps nowhere in the city is quite as abundant with the culture as South Boston. In addition to the various bars, restaurants and businesses, it is also the location of Boston's legendary St. Patrick's Day Parade. Boston North End is located immediately north of downtown. It's an area known for its collection of historic buildings and attractions, with the Blackstone Block Historic District located at its core. The Freedom Trail winds through the North End, on its way from Boston Common to Charlestown. Dotted along it are some of the most historic buildings in the city, most of which are walking distance apart, making it a great place for a stroll for history buffs. Located immediately across the Charles River from North End, our penultimate destination of Charlestown is another historic location, as well as the end of the Freedom Trail. Originally settled in 1629 as a separate town, it was the original capital of the Massachusetts Bay Colony. While its history means it is filled with sites of historical significance, in modern-day Charlestown is a largely residential area. This makes it a great place for visitors to come and explore some of the area's background without being surrounded by mobs of tourists the whole time. Our final destination of Beacon Hill is located immediately west of downtown Boston and north of Boston Common. Another of the many historic districts in the city, Beacon Hill is considered to be one of the most expensive areas to live or stay in Boston. The name derives from the fact it is the location of the Massachusetts State House. Traditional federal buildings surround it, with gas lamps and brick sidewalks completing the distinctly historic feel of the neighborhood. No matter where you stay in Boston, it is a city with so much to offer, you are sure to have a good time. However, if you make sure you get your location perfect, it will turn what would have been a good trip into a great one. Hopefully, this video should have given you everything you need to make an informed decision. All that's left is to go and start getting things booked so you can experience it all for yourself as soon as possible.